For football fans, once the Super Bowl is over, the countdown begins for the next season. Where do we do well? Where do we need help? Is this the year we make our run? There is an endless wealth of enthusiasm for what the team could be in the future. And as the offseason trudges along, fans and clubs alike move closer to the real thing, with an anxious buzz growing with each stage. And although there is a reigning champion, everyone starts the year with the same record, and everyone sees the same facts from different directions.
3, 2, 1, mics are hot.
We're here with you all day. We're talking week 1 action here. Panthers, Rams, Sunday, football, other truncated words. This is a really tough game for me because I tend to think defense is going to rule the day, which is something we've talked about.
It's a huge challenge having to go up against that defensive line, that head coach, that offensive scheme, those kind of weapons. This is not an ideal scenario. You don't draw this up when you go to the schedule makers. You don't want to play the defending NFC champions week 1. You'd much rather be able to ensure you get off on the right foot.
Coach, if you had to game plan for Aaron Donald, what would you do to try and combat him?
Take a knee every play.
They're a good football team, explosive. You know, they've got a lot of quality football players at every position. They play all 3 of their phases very well in terms of special teams, offense, and defense. I mean, it's definitely a challenge, and again, it's a good opportunity to find out where we are as a football team.
We got to play. We got to come out. We got to dominate, regardless of what we got on paper. We all got to work together.
For me, it's trying to get these guys to understand what they do and what they like and when they like to do it. So we've picked notes a little bit, just trying to go over how we want to play certain things. But at the end of the day, it's all about just playing ball when it comes down to it.
No one cares what you did in preseason game or training camp or joint practice. It's relevant. Now, the decisions, the catches, the touchdowns, everything counts.
The magic of opening day is in the air, and the Carolina Panthers are about ready to get to work. The 2019 season could be a special one. We're so glad you're with us.
And the 100th season of the NFL, and we're happening in Carolina.
The home team would come flying out of the gates, giving the Carolina faithful their first look at a healthy offensive group.
Samuel goes down to the bottom of your screen. McCaffrey another carry. McCaffrey a first down. And up across the 45 of the Rams. Newton's throw is right on target and a first down across the 40. McCaffrey, he runs, he catches.
Newton retreats, looking left flat, nothing there. Leans back, throws right wing, and it's complete. Moore breaks one tackle, fumble. Ball's loose on the field, scooped up by the Rams. 32-yard line. It'll be Los Angeles ball. Offense was moving, but Carolina coughs it up. Timeout, no score, Rams ball.
The fumble would stall the drive and be the first of events that showed the offense wasn't on the same frequency.
Now, was there communication issues with the helmet? They had to use the timeout.
Sure looks like it, walking over, trying to get just verbal communication with Scott Turner.
I think this is a helmet issue right now. They're trying to switch out helmets. That's why they keep going back and forth. And I see Donnie Toner, and I don't think the play was coming in through the coach-quarterback communication system because they just have to give it to him verbally on the sideline.
So usually you get it all the way up until 15 seconds and then it cuts off. Well, I was looking at 22 seconds and it still wasn't saying anything. When you look back and he's, you can see his mouth moving, but obviously you're not hearing what he's saying.
And that cost us a timeout, and it cost us a 5-yard penalty, unfortunately. We're trying to get it fixed, and it was an equipment thing, but that's unfortunate.
Jensen snap, the Pilardi hold. Kick is airborne. It's got potential, and this kick is no good. He pushed it to the right. The Panthers' drives have gone fumble after they were moving it. Samuel slips on 3rd down, trying to split 2 defenders. Then a clock management issue results in a missed field goal attempt.
So it's been some of their mistakes right now that has slowed them down more than the Rams' defense.
Newton in the gun. Looks to the right, throws to the right. Ball was tipped, and it is loose on the field. The Rams recover it at the 10-yard line. If that's a backward pass, it's LA ball.
So he's at the 11.5 when he throws backwards pass back to the 12. It looks like a half-yard backwards. A horrible break for the Panthers on that, I assume, tipped ball.
Yeah, it was most definitely deflected. That's what made the balls turn downward, spiral to the, short. So when that happened, I just tried to get it, catch it and fall down, but evidently I couldn't get the ball, so that just was a turnover.
Rarely do you get those, called back, whether I believe it was a lateral pass, whether it was a lateral pass or not. At this particular point, it does us no good.
All right, Rams, Panthers got a D up, trying to go quickly. Up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and goal. Brown again, breaks a tackle to the 1, and he's in, touchdown.
It's a tough turn of events, very tough. Get the penalty on 1st down, backwards pass.
You already have a missed field goal. You had the helmet. We're trying to get the plays in with the back-to-back clock violations. So, yeah, it's been tough.
Defense did a good job battling all day against a tough offense. We put them in some bad spots, especially with the one for their first touchdown. Obviously, was on us offensively, giving them the ball, so close in the red zone. So it's tough to win like that. It's not a formula that we're going to have a lot of success with.
Despite the struggles that the offense had finishing drives, they were able to move the ball on the Rams' stout defense and would take steps in the right direction heading into half.
No timeouts, 15 seconds. Blitz is picked up. Cam Newton's throw is caught at midfield. DJ Moore inside of the Ram 30. They got to run up and spike it and get a shot at a field goal. Down to 4, 3. They got it.
Wow, for a team that's really been their own worst enemy the whole first half, they're going to end it on a high note with an opportunity for some points.
He's good. Joey Sly gets the Panthers on the board.
The final half of the contest was a stark contrast to the first. Both teams would find a rhythm and began to put points up.
Direct snap coming to McCaffrey, who fakes to Newton and runs up the middle. Touchdown! Carolina Panthers on some razzle-dazzle.
Take that, Sean McVay. Panthers got a few plays with Norv Turner, too.
Malcolm Brown into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. He's 2 for 2 today when they counted on him to cross the goal line.
To gain ground on the board, however, the Panthers needed a shot in the arm. And the punt return team was happy to lend a hand.
It's blocked. The Panthers have it inside the 5 of the Rams. Hecker barely had a chance. McCaffrey squirming. Touchdown, Panthers.
But watch this contact balance. That is a good hit. This is what I mean when what I've seen from Christian McCaffrey today is I'm very impressed with his running in between the tackles.
Goff to throw after a 20-yard pickup, and it's intercepted inside the 30. James Bradbury came up with the pick. Goff threw it in the middle of the field, and Bradbury was ready for him as the defense is ready for their close-up.
Fortunately, I saw that play while I was watching film throughout the week. So when it came, I just took advantage of my opportunity. I feel great. Anytime you get a change like that in the game, and you're the one that caused it, it's a big play, you feel good about it.
Obviously, off the block punt, we were able to score, cut it to 3? And then, James had the pick. I think we couldn't get anything going, and they went down.
He made a play that gave us a chance, and unfortunately, that's one of the opportunities we missed. We went 3 and out. And when you take the ball away, especially from a good team like that, you've got to be able to capitalize, and unfortunately, we didn't.
Despite having standout performances, the Black and Blue were unable to buck the trend that they started in the early goings. A game riddled with missed opportunities and mistakes would eventually cost the home team a win to start the 2019 campaign.
something that Cam, Coach Ron Rivera, and the guys in that locker room talked about after that loss to the Rams was the fact that there was just too many mistakes.
There was a lot of plays we left out there. We gave ourselves chances to win, but you can't shoot yourself in the foot once you get those opportunities. We left a lot of plays on the field.
We played a great team. I understand that, and I know that. And it feels like, we got embarrassed. But at the end of the day, it's still 3 points. You know what I'm saying? And we left more than 3 points out there.
We got a quick turnaround. We can't let this one bad game turn into two. We got a divisional team, primetime game on, in 4 days or whatever.
I mean, I'm already on to the next. I think a lot of guys in here can say the same. But, we got a division opponent. That says enough right there for, you can't really dwell on this game.
I think it's one of those situations where you get an opportunity to go out there and play again and put this game behind us. So we got to do a good job in here of studying and working hard and getting our bodies back, because Tampa's a good physical team coming in.
Wednesday, get out the whiteboards. We've got some topics, some questions, and we've got Thursday Night Football tomorrow on NFL Network. It's the Bucs and the Panthers.
I think most of the time a revenge game storyline is a little trumped up, and it's most of the time players understand it's a job and you get traded and everything. But sometimes there's some really good ones, and I like this one a lot. I like Gerald McCoy against his old team.
It's nice to have Gerald on our side. He's a heck of a young man, and he's a guy that for the last 8 years we've had to think about. So this is different, that's for sure.
I remember every time we'd play these guys when Gerald was down there, it was always, how are we going to block Gerald? How are we going to block Gerald? And he's just a problem.
What's up, man? How you doing? You used to looking over there and seeing me, huh?
I know. I knew you were over there. I saw the owners and shit came up here.
Right,
man.
yeah.
That's good.
Yes, sir. Oh, of course. I love those guys. You good? How you been, man? I'm great. Hey, I'm great. Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
How are you?
How you guys doing? Good? Great? Great. Just like I told the D-line, I've been watching y'all dominate this group for years. But from the other side, don't nothing change tonight. Only thing that changed, I'm about to do it with you. Let's get it, boys. Here we go. Hey, trenches on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Love you, bro. All right. What's up, buddy? What's good, dog?
The field was ready. The coin was flipped, and the cameras were rolling. But only 2 drives into the game, Mother Nature would have other plans. And Gerald McCoy would have a guess as to where it came from.
It's y'all fault. Y'all brought this rain.
You brought it.
Forecast had no rain. Y'all show up, rain here. Great job, guys. Is it lightning delay or are we going?
I guess we're done, man.
Great job, Tampa. Great job. Great job.
Better get out of my way, brother.
Bring the rain with you. Great job. Hey, keep the rain in Tampa. What's up, man? Y'all tripping.
So we'll now be in a weather delay. Players from both teams heading to their respective locker rooms, and the public address announcer here has told all the fans to get back into the concourse level area for safety.
They got to be able to protect. Yeah. That Carolina front is good. They got a lot of players across the front, and their linebackers are fast, and they'll get after you. So in order to do that, you're going to have to run the football. You're going to have to get them to play action. You're going to have to do something and get the ball out. Because if you hold the ball, it's going to be a problem.
They have got a guy on that front that Tampa Bay is very familiar with in Gerald McCoy.
Back it up!
Hey, Allie, that was holding. Full start, yes sir, that way. Way to go, Buck. Good job, Dad.
Ronald Jones is stuffed by Gerald McCoy.
Yeah!
You can only imagine what this game means to him. He circled this one on his calendar as soon as the schedule came out.
OJ, you know you can't block.
Gerald McCoy last year and over the years has been the best run defender, heck of a pass rusher too, but the best run defender for Tampa Bay, and he's just able to get right through O.J. Howard.
Boys trying to block me with O.J. That's dead. That's dead. What are we doing here? That's disrespectful. Right. Boys trying to block me with a tight end, bro. It's disrespectful. You get through? Huh? Did you get through though? Hey, come on, man.
The Panthers would have sustained drives in the first half, but be eluded by touchdown plays, giving the big leg of Joey Sly an opportunity to keep the home team within striking distance.
A 54-yard field goal with 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Good snap, good spot. The kick is airborne. It's got promise. He's made it. It's good. That's one thing Joey Sly can do. He can crush it.
Winning in the regular season is important. Consistently winning in a divisional matchup is paramount. The games simply matter more in the grand scheme of the season. This heightened level of importance, coupled with familiarity of the opponent, makes for feisty competition.
Handoff right into the line, defended well by the Panthers. Now Trey Boston and Jensen are jaw to jaw.
Heck no. Good job, Doctor. Heck no. Back up.
Good protection down the middle. Pass is nearly picked by Luke Kuechly.
He won't sleep tonight after that one. It was not. There's a couple flags on the ground as we see the officials trying to separate these players. Gerald McCoy being one of them.
It's your problem. You know you're not like that. You know you're not like that. Hey, he know he not like that, bro. Y'all know that he not like that.
Ryan Jensen, he's got a little bit of a nasty streak at center, and he provoked Gerald McCoy, and he took the cheese, and the officials caught him.
I feel like they were trying to maybe bait you into some stuff, and because you were flagged for that personal foul, and it seemed like you were.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing for that. I mean, when the ref is not calling a person being extra, we all grown, you know. I apologize to my team, but apologize to them? No way. Not doing that.
Hey, y'all gotta watch them. God, he hit me all late and stuff. He trying to choke me out after the play and stuff. I let him, Frank, I let him push me like 4 times. So I'm not just gonna keep letting him do it. Yeah, yes sir, I'm sorry. My fault, yeah, I got you. All right.
The Bucs center wasn't the only one with the nasty streak. The black and blue defense came to play and would keep the score close while the offense was struggling.
Hey, if they take a shot right here, we're gonna get doubled inside. Y'all win on the edge.
Winston drops, plants, looking, drifts to the left, still looking, and he's taken down backside at the 17.
Hey! Hey! Mercy! Mercy! Yeah! Hey, good D. Good. Hey, good tackle. Both y'all boys. Good tackle.
Bucs football, the 3-yard line. They have a long field in front of them.
Hey, cotton in your ears. Go off movement. Back up. Go off movement.
They run it, and the ball is out. What's the call? No signal yet. Looked like it might have been a safety. The officials get together. Safety. Down before the fumble, but it's a safety to make it a 3-point game.
Just a simple, what looked like a zone to the left, or maybe their duo play with a double team. Barber trying to read it. Kuechly got free, grabbed him in the end zone, and tackled him before he could get the ball across the plane.
KK made the play. I think that was, everybody's going to look at and, see that, I tackled him. But KK made the play on that. He shot a gap. It opened it up clean for me. Those guys up front did a great job this week. They did a great job last week. Those guys work extremely hard, and I was just kind of the beneficiary.
Games filled with stalled drives and field goals typically don't bode well for success. However, despite it all, the Panthers would still have a chance to test their fortune late in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes, 26 seconds for Cam Newton in this offense to get down the field. And if they do not, they will start the season 0-2 with both losses here at home. And this one would have an extra sting to it.
Again, a blitz. Newton slings it, and it is complete. Samuel at the 45 right side, and he's out of bounds. On first down, Cam Newton screen to McCaffrey right side, 40 to the 35, McCaffrey to the 30-yard line, first down, stops the clock at 1:54.
He looks just as fast in the fourth quarter as he does in the first quarter.
Third down and 10 from the 11. Bucks pressure it, Newton goes slant, and it's complete, but then busted up at the 4-yard line as Moore held on to the football. It's fourth down and very short. Half a yard. Panthers need 18 inches for a first down. Their nose tackle out of the way. Let's see. Newton in the shotgun. McCaffrey behind him. Newton starts to leak to the right. They snap it to McCaffrey, who fakes a handoff. Trucks left. Stiff arm. It's going to be close.
First down. First down.
Depends where they put it. What a play by Hargraves out on the edge, and he did not get it. Tampa Bay is going to win this game with that defensive stop. Now they're going to review. Yeah, you saw the official run in and immediately say Tampa Bay's ball for that defensive stop.
It's clearly a first down, bro. He reached across. It's an easy call. He reached across the line.
Where the ball is, tip of the ball.
Spot's going to be where it crossed the sideline.
Right.
Not where it lands out of bounds
right.
here.
Tip of the ball.
It's where the tip of the ball crosses the sideline. Where is that?
Right there.
We can't tell.
Right there. It's right there. It's right there. Right there.
That's already out of bounds, Ron. That's
right there.
The rule still stands.
Is it gonna be that kind of year? Just week one, now this, so close, and the Bucks from here could kneel it out and win the football game. It's a tough one to lose, a tough way to lose it.
Well, what we hope to do is, Christian, we felt had a good opportunity to score, and so we went fake reverse. Ghost action, trying to, deke him a little bit.
We felt good about that play. We really thought it was going to work. We had it dialed up before they got the penalty.
When you looked at the replay, did you think that you had made it?
I don't know. Shouldn't leave it up to the refs. It's somewhere I got to put my foot in the ground and get that yard no matter what happens. So, I appreciate Coach having confidence in me, giving me the ball at the end of the game. But ball's in my hands. I got to make a play at the end of the game, and I didn't. And got to get better.
Through my lens, it's hard to look defensive guys in their eyes after a game like this, you know what I'm saying? Because, offensively, we don't hold up our end of the bargain. But, hey, at the end of the day, it's the National Football League. Some games you lights out and you can't miss, and some games, you miss.
We've had a lot of these talks in this locker room, good and bad. The thing about the NFL is nobody cares. Nobody feels bad for you. Nobody feels sorry for you. Right now, after Arizona plays on Sunday, they're going to try to beat us too. They're going to try to get their season on track by beating us. That's the way it goes, man. The NFL doesn't care. They don't feel sorry for guys. They don't care if you're hurt. They don't care if you don't feel good. They don't care if you have a bad call, if the play goes against. No one cares. You got to play. You got to win, and that falls on the players. And it falls on the execution. And so far, we're 0 for 2.
Now to talk about this re-aggravation of a foot injury that came in the preseason, Ian?
That's right, and the first time that Cam Newton aggravated the foot injury, having a mid-foot sprain in a preseason game, he missed about a week and a half.
I found out after the game that his foot was sore. For the most part, we got the rest of the information today.
Ron, did he do physical therapy over the weekend, do you know?
To the best of my knowledge, yes, he did.
In a walking boot today, he hasn't practiced all week. His status for Sunday against the Cardinals still in the air per our NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport.
It seems like we're headed toward a direction where Kyle Allen is going to be the starter for the Carolina Panthers.
For Kyle Allen, the pressure to perform in his second career start was real. Sitting at 0-2 on the road and without their usual quarterback, Carolina desperately needed to get on the right track. Most believed that he wouldn't be up to the task. But apparently, he hadn't heard.
Hey, 2 things today. I asked 2 things, all right? Do your job. Don't do too much. Do your job. We'll win this game. And bring that passion, man. Bring that energy. Let's go. Play confident, all right? Let's go. 1-on-3 with a little slide back, all right? 1, 2, 3.
So we will see Kyle Allen set to make just his second career start.
He's got all the tools. He was the #1 recruited high school quarterback going back, and then he went through a long journey to get to this point today. The biggest thing is, can he sustain drives? He did that week 17 last year.
Fresh set of downs for Kyle Allen. They fake the handoff to Arma, then it's over the middle, wide open, easy completion to Greg Olsen for their young quarterback. Another completion, Allen this time to the right side, and so far he's making it look easy. That was Curtis Samuel.
Stalled drives have been a thorn in the side of the Panthers thus far this season. And on the opening drive, it looked as though that trend would continue.
Pressure goes down and loses the ball. Chandler Jones in the backfield, and the Cardinals recover. First turnover of the game as they were on the edge of the red zone.
Were you trying to? I was waiting for Christian. Oh, you waited for Greg.
One of the first things you kind of notice about him as he gets in there is he's very under control, and he's very relaxed, and he's got a good demeanor to him, good, bad. And the first drive was good and then ended bad, and you would have thought we scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Good keep giving you chances on that.
Yeah, it was good.
Way to find the hole in Boston, too.
So the turnover, forced fumble, gives it to the Cardinals, Kyler Murray.
Let's go. Hey, man, let's do this now. Let's do this now.
Murray to throw, clean pocket, looking, drifts to the left, pumps, will run, Kuechly running him down, but Murray scoots out of bounds, and he'll have the first down, I think, just barely. Short drop, and the pass to Fitzgerald, who will score right side. Not the start for the Panthers that Carolina had in mind. Offense drove it, lost it, and then the defense couldn't stop them.
I knew they was going to run that play. I knew they was running that. We got to get off the field on third down. Too many third downs, we just kept letting them go.
The momentum earned on the opening drive had swung back to the home team. Typically in that situation, an inexperienced quarterback would tense up. Kyle Allen did just the opposite.
The second-year quarterback, Kyle Allen, fakes the handoff to McCaffrey, and that is complete. Good for a first down to Curtis Samuel. Over the middle to Olsen, caught right around the 40-yard line.
Kyle Allen has really gotten into a rhythm so far throughout the course of today's game.
There's DJ Moore, wide receiver out of Maryland with some room, goes for the first down. Now inside the 10-yard line is this Carolina offense. Pressure coming on Allen, fires into the back of the end zone. Touchdown Panthers, it's Curtis Samuel.
Great drive, man. Back-to-back good drive, man.
That is the one of many words, a sense of calm, makes quick decisions. They really like what they've seen in Kyle Allen in just about a year and a half on the roster.
I mean, he just stepped in the huddle and, you know, with the energy like he'd been in the huddle all season. Like a veteran quarterback, you know, he wasn't nervous, he wasn't shooken.
You can, as a quarterback, you can look at the clock, you can look at what happened before, you can look at in the future, and your mind is just kind of going different ways. And for me, I literally talk out loud and I tell myself, have a plan, have a plan, have a plan. And you don't need to make it more difficult than it needs to be.
Olsen to stand up, tight end, just to the right of the formation. Allen drifts back, throws over the middle, caught on a slant to the 20, near side, the 15, the 10, the 5. It is a touchdown to DJ Moore.
Hey! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Lovey-dovey!
Beautiful throw, beautiful run after the catch. DJ Moore untouched. One of the reasons why he was a first-round pick a couple years ago, really emerging as that #1 guy on the outside.
Hey, God, let me get some of that. I like that. What I tell you, 12? I tell you, though, let's go.
We happen to run the right call for the right coverage for it to be against, and you know, and the truth is DJ made a nice, you know, move underneath.
Well, he threw the ball on the line, so I just was like, I better catch it. And then once that happened, I just knew the 4 people was right there, and I just went out the back door. And I seen Kirko funny self and Jay Wright just blocking downfield. I was like, oh, we're going to score anyway, so let's go.
The Panthers were finally making the plays that were glaringly absent in the first 2 games. They were finishing drives with touchdowns as opposed to field goals. And when a potent offense such as this gets rolling, it's hard to slow it down.
Tight line splits, Olsen in the backfield, the block from McCaffrey, right up the middle, running free.
McCaffrey picks up the first down, has some room, makes a man miss. Christian McCaffrey in the open field, inside the 30, inside the 20. McCaffrey touchdown. 76 yards for CMC.
Tutu like that. That boy Tutu like that. Oh, that boy Tutu like that. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Hell yeah.
I mean, I think, once again, the O-line did an unbelievable job. You know, for me, I got to the second level, you know, the safety's on me, you know, made a miss, and then, you know, from there, just got to outrun everyone.
Those feel good when they open up like that. Sometimes pulling is tough. It gets cloudy, and it's just kind of hard to fit where you're going to fit in. You know, the guards, they just kind of ram up through there, but we try to have a little more finesse. But it opened up big, and I felt Christian kind of put his hands on my back, so I just knew I had to get going.
Take a look here at Greg Olsen. He's going to lead up through the hole and help seal it off, and it allows then McCaffrey one-on-one with Deontay Thompson. He makes the move, and then it's a foot race, and you're not going to catch Christian McCaffrey in the open field. Solid genes working for you right there.
Not wanting to be left out of all the fun, the defense would relentlessly pursue Kyler Murray, playing their best game of the year and enjoying themselves while doing it.
One of the ends, Christian Miller in. Miller tackles Murray backside, knocks him down at the 18-yard line, no gain.
Ooh, and he went with the I caught a fish celebration. You don't see that much.
Murray on 3rd down, gets bumped, and taken down the 10-yard line.
Let's go!
6 sacks in this game for the Panthers defense.
Dante Jackson, he almost cut Demir Bird in half.
Going to the air on 2nd and 9, picked off. Dante Jackson made some big plays so far, but this is big as yet. Returns it to the 20-yard line.
Yo, we here? Stop right here. Stop right here. Stop right here. Yeah. Yeah. Steve.
Murray over the middle, complete. Takes a big hit. Does Larry Fitzgerald. Brian Burns with the 7th sack of the ballgame for the Panthers.
Now drifts further to the left, sack.
8 on the game for the Panthers defense.
He's never been anywhere where there were enough athletes on the field to catch up to him.
Murray goes to the air, and Murray picked off Dante Jackson again. His 2nd interception of the game.
DJ, come on, no, come on, no, DJ, go, come on.
How high in the air did D-Jax go to get that one?
He's only 5'10", but look at the air time.
Goodness. A Jordan-esque vertical from Dante Jackson.
They don't got nowhere to throw. They ain't got nowhere to throw. Can't throw in the middle, can't throw in the edge. Where you gonna throw? To us! To us!
Hey, if you don't don't take none from today. If you don't retain anything, retain and understand. What? I'm like that.
Like that.